Hey everyone, ZeroJD here with the XBLA Fans channel. I'm here to give you a quick taste of Splash Blast Panic. It's very much one of those kind of brawler games, but this one's a twin stick shooter kind of thing. You're kind of using a hover pack with your left analog stick and shooting with your right. You can do a kind of like ground pound in the air, and there are pickups throughout the area, and everyone has a super move. Sadly, this is one of those games that feels like just because it's only local co-op, it's only really fun with other people. There is a kind of but it takes you through levels, and you're usually either fighting like one opponent or going around like surviving, or you have a co-op partner who's an AI and you're actually linked to them, and it's essentially just that, or you're going through a maze kind of thing. But I personally don't think this game controls very well. We're gonna do easy mostly because otherwise each match is gonna just take forever. So I'm gonna actually use this guy here. I think everyone essentially controls the same. This is the story. This guy's attacking the planet. He sends out these little robots and dudes, and you gotta fight him off. And the final level is just fighting him in a fairly anticlimactic battle. So in this level here, I'm actually fighting against one person, and if you can see in the screen, there's no real health bar, so it's essentially whoever can kind of get the other person to a corner. I'm using left stick to move around. It doesn't control the greatest. It feels way too floaty at times. And there goes, done with that. And of course you get points and all that kind of fun stuff. So this one's essentially a survival mode, so I can kind of show stuff off. So I can actually hold the right stick in kind of a ground pound, or left trigger and push on the left stick. So there's different kinds of weapons. Some shoot faster, some will, like, there's homing bullets. I was one of the levels you're actually playing like against 3 other people, and I full-on lost my character multiple times. Machine gun. Well, here we go. But if I get this power up here, actually, I will actually be able to. There it is. This controls so much better. Laser cannon. Get all these guys. Super boost. But I'm about to get my super, so let's wait till everyone comes back. Garden hose. So I now have my super. So I'm gonna kind of let everyone get in, and got all those guys. His super is actually one of the more useful ones. The robot one is you have little turrets surrounding you, and they can essentially just bounce people into a wall. And that's like the only real way to kind of get eliminated, is just get smacked off screen. But like I said before, this is essentially just, hey, survive. When I've been playing against other people in the main quote-unquote story, there doesn't seem to be a damage thing like Super Smash Bros. Where you're slowly building up damage, you can smack people farther. This essentially seems like who can bully you into a corner and kick you off the screen. And then that's it. Since this is easy mode, these guys only have 1 life. I've actually beaten the mode on easy before. I think that also counts as a dodge. If you can see on the top left, it shows my like I have stars. That's how many like lives I have. The little bars around my gun essentially are like, hey, like there, like, oh hey, I barely did any damage to him, but I was able to blow him off corner. But if I let that fill up to full, it actually has like a rapid fire, and then after that it's gonna go pew 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 pew, and then it's gonna have to reload. So this is the mode I don't like. You're actually tethered to another person. You're actually controlling both of them, but they do have some sort of AI on them. But so like if one of them pops their super move, I've actually lost track of my person. There I am. If one of them pops their super move, the AI will try hard to kind of avoid it, But if you go the opposite direction that they go, they will kind of it will kind of just stop both of you, and I've been eliminated for that. But, like, it does not feel like it controls well at all. Get these guys out of here. But if you like, this is not a game you should play if you're gonna only be playing by yourself. Oh, off we go. Did we get ring out? I couldn't tell. So my AR partner just literally yanked us both off the screen. Like, you have like weird, like the momentum's weird. I hardly feel like I'm in control at all half the time. Like, I don't know what's like. It's just so much of the time I don't feel like it controls how it should. And that ultimate right there actually feels like it's the best, mostly because you can kind of, and like if it touches, it feels like it's just gonna ring them out. We went off screen there for some reason. But it does not feel fun to play if you're by yourself. And even if you were with other people, I'm not sure how much fun this would be anyways. See if we can ring out the non-robot, whatever the thing is with the horn, we'll win. Don't know what that does, but okay. See, like that, like I was trying to move around and the AI was freaking out because an ult happened. Like, I'm trying, like, I feel that the AI caused me to get all messed up. Like, it just does not control like it feels like it should. So I'll show you a little more, but this is essentially what there is to the game. And we'll just end this here. Oh, I guess not. But this one mold in particular, I am super not into. Like with just the rubber bands. This is the next one. No, this is not what it is. Some of the levels are actually interesting. This one actually has a wind that comes and blows you around. One of them has a giant slot machine actually that if you slam on the actual what's it called? Slam on the actual like arm, it'll spin and randomize, like it might drop an item, all the platforms might disappear, or something crazy will happen. But one of the levels is like, hey, it's actual maze, but doesn't even give an indication it's a maze. So it opens up like it's an endurance level. So I kind of just sat there like an idiot. But of course, like the mega gun and like the water balloon cannon, like if it hits someone, that's like, oh, that's it for you, and you just instantly get a ring out. But stuff like there's stuff like Brawl Out, Rivals of Aethera, or whatever it's called. This does not feel like it's a needed thing if you want a brawler fix. He hasn't even called this a real brawler at all. Like I said, that's one of the better supers, I feel. But like, this is kind of cool that like, hey, you're like you're getting blown around kind of thing. But like my biggest complaint is I feel like I have zero control. And the harder difficulties, I think they just get more lives and stuff just gets a little difficult. Here's actually that level with the roulette. But this feels like if I play this in like the harder difficulties, I'd just be in this one mission for freaking ever. This is an interesting one because if you get eliminated here, you actually show up at the top and you're like just dropping rain on people. Like right there, like I just landed 3 shots on him and it feels like it did absolutely nothing. Yeah, and the stage actually killed him for me. But that's a cool idea that I affected what's happening in the level. This is the actual maze one. So I kind of assumed like, oh, hey, it's survival. Then I realized, oh no, I need to go through this area. And also, it's an insanely easy thing to do. Because you're just kind of just ignore everything and go. The achievements are interesting because a lot of them are like, hey, unlock this character or eliminate 3 people with a super kind of thing. No idea how you actually unlock a character. I felt like it happened randomly earlier. I unlocked like 2 people for some reason. Also, once in a while, I feel like I will go off screen and it will count it as a ring out, but then I'll go off screen again at the same distance and it won't be a ring out. I think this is one of the ones I just need to kind of survive. So like, even if I get like kills and stuff, it doesn't really eliminate them. So we'll just keep going. Oh, there I am.
Laser cannon.
Got rid of that guy. But I've played as a cat, I've played as that little robot dude who's player 2, and I've now played as this guy. Absolutely no difference in between what they're kind of doing outside of your ultimate. And some of the ultimates, I believe, feel kind of far better than other ones.
I smell a super.
Let's see if I can get them all together. And nope, I missed absolutely everyone.
30 seconds left.
But there is local co-op. I don't think there is online. We'll go ahead and finish this off so you can actually see what the final boss is like.
Mega gun.
But I should be like probably conserving my shots more.
5.
But like there feels like there's no skill at all.
1. Game.
It's like when you were a kid going to do bumper cars. There's like no actual winner. You're just kind of just slamming into each other. And so of course the boss, if you push him off screen, he does extra damage. Oh, down I go. Like and he also just for some random reason flies off the screen on his own volition. He also gets a like I have no idea why I'm going up so far when I get to go up and stuff. There seems to be no continual like rules for momentum at times. It's just random at times, I feel.
Spike helmet.
I'm actually destroying him this time. And of course his ultimate is just fireballs where he kind of just teleports around.
Ready for super.
Get rid of that. And then I'll just drop my super in and eliminate him. Or he's just gonna... There it is. But I feel like this would be, like, doing this through hard mode would be just be torture.
Build up that super.
I'll finish this up and let you all go. It's so weird. Oh, he's got his super. It's so weird because I feel like 90% of the time the reason I go off screen is just because it just controls terribly and then I get eliminated. I mean, like, even on normal, it's not particularly hard. It just, everything takes longer. And that's it. We're done. And then of course it gives you like the cute little like, hey, this is like this little name thing that you do. And then it shows like, hey, here's your splash screen. I will say that the little screen that pops up when you first start this game is like an adorable little cat, which is a nice little thing. He's adorable. I think if I hit start, I can go. But this is Splash Blast Panic. I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fans channel. This might be fun if you have some people to play with and all that kind of stuff, but alone, not so much. Even with people, it doesn't feel like it controls well enough that there is actually any skill at all. Even when I was getting eliminations, I felt like I didn't earn anything. I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fans channel. Thank you so much for watching me. Have a nice day.